Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I am Pamela Pick. This is my husband, Bill Pick.
Hello.
And we're just going to get
And you're there.
loaded
We're
up
live.
on the computer here.
We are live. Hi, Kathy Walton from Colorado.
I think she was camping last week, so
Maybe.
I think that's what she said she was doing, was camping. So come on in. Say hello, everyone.
Hi, France.
Hello, Kathy. Hello, France. Hello, Kristen, Jackie. Welcome, welcome.
Are you getting that
Hi,
set up?
Lori. Hi, Cindy. What's that?
Are you getting that set up so I can go?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm had to get it kind of going. So I have kind of a fun little card today, and I'm going to show you a variation on it. But hi, Nancy. How are you? Hi, Madison. Yeah, see, they went camping. Rain just about every day. Oh no. Well, that's not
They
good.
needed the rain. Colorado's dry.
Oh yeah.
They're all dry out there.
Well, who said she went camping in Colorado?
I don't know. She's from Colorado.
Well, I know, but I don't know if she went there.
Okay.
You'll have to clear that up for us. He just assumed you went camping in Colorado. Okay, let's
Hi
see.
from New Jersey, Mary Mills.
Hi, Mary. So, okay, let's get going. Oh,
Hi,
there's
Gracie.
Cindy. I haven't talked. Cindy, I want to talk to you sometime. You're going to have to make some time for me. Okay, let's get going. So, I took out some announcements here, but this is about celebration appreciation, and I want to always spoil you guys for how wonderful you are to me, and thank you for everybody who's already qualified. But there are a couple of people who are really kind of just within $30 of making it to one of the next levels. If you need to know where you are, let me know, but there's still time. There's a week left. It's actually 1 week exactly
One
today.
week from today, yep.
That
And I've seen the prizes. They are nice. Woo! You must have spent your whole profit on it.
Yeah, I was good to him, I think.
Yeah.
There was some things that weren't quite available with.
Gracie goes, meow.
Oh, hi, Karen. How are you? This is just my reminder to sign up to my newsletter. I'm going to go ahead and move past that since we were talking about celebrations. So we did have one of the brushed metallic cardstock did sell out for the freebie for celebration.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But I think that's it right now. I haven't checked recently, but there are still these aspen tree dyes, which I think are the bomb. I wish I'd have got mine on celebration. And the dots and spots, which are wonderful. I think there's a lot of good things here available still.
Spots.
Dots and spots, yeah. I've made a card with it,
Oh,
but I'll
that's
have to
right.
make another one. But there are some of the $100 items that are still here that are really marvelous. We did lose the tree lot dies, which is really sad. I've heard a lot of people ask me if I'm selling mine. The answer is no. Kathy was a camper, so she probably knows how cute this little camp trailer thing is, that I just don't want to get rid of it. At least not yet. But there's so many good things. There's the gold and silver paper. There is, so here's one thing though. Anybody who missed out the pool party and soft sea foam, I do have enough for my celebration people that you guys will be getting that for free. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. A lot of good stuff. It goes on one more week, so don't miss out. And for my downline that are watching, you know, you guys, if you're trying to make your quarterly minimum, this is the month to do it because you get freebies too. So, and if you want to join to get those freebies, just let me know. I would.
The month to do it.
Yeah, this is the month to do it. Okay, new host code. I've got a new host code going.
Starts with an A now.
Yeah. And
Gone through the alphabet and we're back to A.
for all orders that are under $149.99, please use this host code. I would hope that if you get to $149.99, you might spring that extra penny so that you can get the host rewards. But, you know, if you're not, I'll take them. No problem. Okay, so here we got a fun one, Bill.
We do.
This is the Soft Seedlings card kit to go.
That's the one that I helped with.
It is. Bill helped me with this kit. It is awesome. So there are 3 cards, 3 different designs. I will send you a set of pre-cut cardstock for 2 each. So that'll be 6 cards. And then there's this gift card holder, which I have a little Amazon gift card in there. And that is from the, I can't think. I think it's called a mini pocket die. Let's look. It's in the back here. And it's so stinking cute. So if you don't have it and you're not planning on buying it, but you thought, hey, that might be kind of fun. Let's see.
You're not giving them the gift card.
No, I'm not giving them the gift card. You guys have to provide your own gift card.
You're just getting the gift card.
I'm just using the gift card holder. So the mini pocket envelope. So I was really aware of keeping costs down with this. And so there's no DSP. We're going to make our own DSP. You have to have your own inks and glues and stuff for this, your own tools. And one of the things that you might want is a sponge dauber, because I do some various colors on the stamp and then we can stamp it down. It's very pretty. I used a couple different sets of dies. In fact, we're using one set tonight. It is the Stylish Shapes dies on here.
I use that one a lot.
I do like it. Yes, I like the stitching in it, I'll be honest. And then I did use the deckled rectangles that I swore up and down I didn't need, and then I get them and they're very elegant. So those will be in here too, but they're not in this kit. You can purchase them separately if you want to continue to copy this layout, but you don't have to. Those will all be pre-cut for you, including the 2 matching mini pocket gift cards. The thing that's different though is I did not use DSP, so we're not going to have endless amount of DSP to use up with this. I chose to do the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. You guys, this thing is really, really pretty when it's done out. It did. And it's used in every card actually on this, just a little different. But if you already have this one, that's okay. The way I built the sets was for this set. And you could, if you have a stamp image that is kind of similar, this will work for what you have. You can still buy the set, and you can get a different embossing folder. I'm willing to swap that out, but this is the set that I used, and it's very pretty. So that's my little spiel on that. The registration has opened. I was able to get it to open a little bit early. Oops, there we go. So let's go on to tonight.
Registration for the class is open?
Yep, I've been posting it. I sent an email out, I think, early this morning. So
yeah.
I'm getting my nights and days mixed up. So I hope you are enjoying this catalog and looking through this. When I first went through this, it was just really hard to decide. I have an order coming Friday, and I will probably do, I have a parfait on Friday too, you guys, but I will probably do a reveal, unboxing.
Opening.
So today we're going to start off, and we're going to be using the Wonderful World. I've got a week left before this set and this paper retires. So, and the Wonderful World, yep. Because after celebration, it retires for us. That doesn't mean that you guys can't use it, or I can use it too. I probably will, because look at all the paper I've got left over. But I'm going to be using the paper and the stamp set. But because this does not have a sentiment, I chose the Amazing Year for this large birthday wishes sentiment. And I'm going to show you another card that I made that used this also. I'm not doing it with this particular DSP. Again, I'm using the Stylish Shapes dies with this.
Well, you kind of already unboxed everything, because your kit is all over the table.
Well, true, but I mean when I get my actual box from Stampin' Up. Okay. So if you have any questions while we go, I'm going to ask Bill to be, this is kind of a little, it's not really that detailed, but I want to make sure that my point's coming across so you understand how to do the cuts in this, so I'm going to ask Bill to kind of
watch
interrupting my thoughts so that people understand how to put this card together. Okay, so I'm pulling out the DSP, and I pulled out 2 pieces that I thought coordinated beautifully.
Well,
and I think these little roses. What?
I think I should tell my joke before you get going.
Okay, he wants to tell his joke. Go ahead.
So why did Mickey Mouse go to space?
Mickey Mouse went to space because he was over the moon for Minnie?
Nope. To find Pluto.
Oh.
Groaner.
Yeah. At least, yeah, that was a groaner, but mine was a pretty good guess.
It was. That is a pretty good guess.
So, I chose these because I think they look really well together. And let me get out.
Oh, they're laughing.
They're only laughing because they humor you.
Yeah.
So, let's start by cutting the cardstock. So we're going to cut this differently. We're going to go 11 by 5.5.
Fran says it was goofy.
Oh, France. Now that was funny. Good one. So you would normally save this piece of paper. I've cut this at 5.5 by 11. And I would say to save this little piece because it fits perfect with what I need for a cutout on here. So we're going to cut out this, only I pre-did it so that I didn't have to do it on camera. But that's, you'd use your scrap for this piece. This is the second largest circle in the Stylish Shapes bundle. So that can go in there. Nope, in the box. And that can go in there.
I thought you were going to say second largest circle in the world.
Second largest circle in the world?
I don't know. Watching too many.
I guess so. Okay, so let me put this aside for a second. And let me pull out this wonderful product. Everyone laughing at you? This is the Simply Score tool. I love it. So you can score this a couple of different ways. The way I do it is 2 3/4.
Which end are you using on that?
I use the small end.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's what I prefer. I feel like I get...
Just was wondering.
By 7. So, that was 2 3/4 and 7. So score it 2 3/4 and 7. So if you flip this around, it may be easier for some people at 4 by 8.5. But I don't know. I did it this way. So just depends which way you want it, which measurement you want to write down and remember easiest. So once you have this done, let's...
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia. How you doing? Let me fold these. So there's a couple of things I want you to notice on this. If you might want to pay attention, Bill. So 1, this doesn't meet all the way to the end. 2, it doesn't touch this end. And 3, I've used a whole sheet of cardstock for 1 base, okay? Just so you're aware, normally you can get 2 out of 1, 2 bases out of 1, but this is cut different. So this does not match this side. There's a little lip here, and then it's shorter here, okay? Okay, so that's the first thing.
I see.
Now, I'm going to set this aside. We'll come back to that. Let's bring in the trimmer again. Okay, I want my flowers facing up, so I know that when I cut this, I'm going to cut it this direction, not this direction, so that, because I need to cut this, and let me just take a look here. 2.5.
It's pretty precise.
2.5 by 5 1/4. So 5 1.25. Okay.
Nice.
I will have someone help me get this wrote down on my blog for tomorrow, but 2.5 this way so that these are going to be, the flower will be facing up, and then 5.25 this direction. So the card, as you can see, is 5.25 this way, and it's 4.25 by 5.5. Sorry, 4.25 by 5.5. So now, while I have this here, the reason why I said my measurement instead of the 4 by 8.25, I did the 2 3/4 is where that was scored here. I hope I did that right. Yes, because when you come back in, this should be cut so that I have a 1/4 inch border on here. Can you see that? Like if I were to glue that down? Okay, only I'm not going to glue it down. So I got to think about this for a minute. I want to have, this is where I need you to pay attention because this is hard for me to explain. I can do it. So instead of having it in the middle, pull this piece all the way down to this edge and hold them together so that you've got about an equal amount on this side. This one's not going to be equal, but an equal amount on this side. Then you're going to put this in the trimmer, and I want to make sure I have this down in the screen. And this, where I scored, Bill's leaning in.
Well, yeah, I want to see what you're doing.
Okay. On our trimmer, you can go up to 1.5 inches. I'm going to go to the 1.25 mark here, and I'm going to put this score line on the 1.25 mark, but I got to make sure that I'm keeping this. It's so much easier to do when I don't feel like everyone's watching me. Lean back. He's making me nervous. He leaned forward to see. Okay, I've got this even again. Here we go. So 1.25 inches. Can you see that, Bill, now?
Yep.
Okay, so it's on the 1.25 inches. Then this end, which I want to move right here. There we go. I'm going to take that 1.25 inches and I'm going to tip this so that the 1.25 inches there and this bottom end is in this little area to cut. Do you see what I'm saying? So that when I put this down, I've got this lined up to cut. I've got this on 1.25 inches, and this is lined up right here on that cutting. So when I cut, I'm cutting both pieces at one time.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say, well, maybe I got an idea for that. I was going to say, farewell, I don't need you. So now, when you pull that piece back, after you held it, you now have an even border going around. Can you see how I did that?
Yep. That
does everyone, can you tell if everyone else understood that? So I'm putting
we haven't got there yet,
the fold on the 1.25, and then I'm putting the point on the, what do I want to call this? This little well. What do I call that? And then
it's the cutting slot.
Yeah, that slot. And don't worry about it being perfect if it goes off just a little bit, because it looks like mine did. Don't worry about that. It's more about making sure that this paper was to the end when you cut, so that you're cutting at the exact same angle. When you pull it out, then it's going to fit perfectly right in here. Okay?
People are like, we need PDF on this one.
It's really not that hard. I'll do my very best to explain that. I was hoping that the visual of showing it would be really good, but I will do my best to explain it in a PDF form. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my green glue.
They call it a groove.
Groove, yes, like a little cutting groove. So you put the end with the tip in the little cutting groove, and then the other, where the fold is
some people are getting it.
Okay, they're getting it. Okay, good, good, good. to the 1.5, and you could do 1.5 or 1.25. I did 1.25 here. So then when you glue this on, you've done one cut and it matches up so wonderfully. Look at that, just so wonderfully. So
awesome.
Yeah, it really is, right? Okay, so that's, I mean, I just wanted people to understand. I cut the paper ahead of time, a quarter inch smaller than what it was when it was square, but then I moved it to the end, lined it up, and cut. Okay, whew. Woohoo! So let's do some more paper cutting while I'm here. I'm going to pull this back out after I glued that on. Now I'm going to use this paper, and I need to think about this for a minute. So I want the paper to be, the stripes to go this way. So I want to cut this the opposite. So let's do this. And I want to cut, because this is a different size than the inside, you know, when you measure it here, oops, you've got, this is 4, so I want to cut it at 3 3/4. So I still have that 1/4 inch groove. Am I making sense still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sometimes when I put something together, I don't know, especially if I don't have a tutorial on it, I don't know if it makes sense. And then I want it at 5 1/4, so that for the width, it's going to be, there we go. All right, so let me set this aside here. We're going to set this aside, and there's this piece left, and on this one, I'm going to cut this down to 3. We're going to use another piece, 3 by 4.5. This will be going on the inside of this card. So by 4.5. So this is using up all of that paper, but this is so pretty, you guys. And it's really simpler than probably what I make it.
And she's not throwing any of it away. It's all going in the scrap tub to use later.
Yeah, I don't throw it away. So
I know.
Okay, so let's go back to the outside, and we know right away we're going to put this down so that it goes like that. And it's so pretty. Now the card,
the back is pretty too.
Yes, this paper is gorgeous. You see why I wanted to use it one more time? Because I'm not going to be able to, because probably I'll be doing something next week with some of our new stuff, since the following day will be September 1. What do you think? So let's go ahead
What do I
and
think about what?
next week using new stuff.
Yes.
Since Celebration will be over.
Yep.
Okay.
Unofficially. But yes.
Yes. Well, it'll be unofficially by Stampin' Up terms it's over. Maybe not by you guys, but this is why I wanted to do this, so that people who have this set already, so I know most of you don't, and if you don't, this is a free, you get that paper and the stamp set for free with $100 purchase, so it's totally worth it, and I highly suggest it if you haven't done it, to do it by the end of this week to get it.
the way you described cutting it.
Okay, that's why I told Bill, I said, don't interrupt me this time, because I don't know how to explain this very well. So, all right, let's start with our next thing. Let's go this one first. So I have this here. I have, for the inside, I could do the 4 by 5 1/4, but I wanted it to have a little bit different look, so that it was more balanced for what I'm going to be doing with this sheet of paper. So this is cut at, let me check, it is 3 3/4 by 5. So that's going to go in here. And let's just do, I took the Flirty Flamingo, and we're going to do the Stampin' Right technique to the flower. So let's just take this.
What was the name of the paper again?
Wonderful World DSP.
Okay.
And it comes with the stamp set that I am going to ink up here with my Flirty Flamingo. Stampin' Write marker. This is different than our blends. You cannot do it with our blends, the alcohol marker. You have to do the ink marker.
Oh.
Yes.
It would run.
Well, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Okay. And this is Pear Pizzazz. Oh, by the way, this was so saffron. Even though this is Daffodil Delight, I wanted that, they have kind of a muted on this paper, and I wanted that muted effect. And it's almost like their images, I think was Old Olive or something, but I'm using Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just going to color the stem and the leaves with Pear Pizzazz. And if you're new coming in here tonight, say hello. There's a lot of ladies in here who are regulars, but they love meeting new people. And from this group alone, I have met so many folks from around the world. It's just amazing. Let us know where you're from. I'm going to just go one more time. I got to talking a little bit, and that kind of dried up.
Uh-oh.
I know. So
Wasn't me.
it was you. So I'm going to huff on this, and that's just your hot breath. You just kind of go like this to get that ink to rehydrate so that when I stamp down. So let me do this real quick. It's like when you're fogging up a window. And I'm going to stamp this.
Fogging up your block.
That's right, I did. I fogged up my block. When you do this, I would say give it a good press. Don't rock, but give it a moment for that ink to transfer. It's not as wet as if it had been in. Ta-da! Okay, that goes to you. Okay, so this is going to be, this is one of those things that I call my love notes when you have a smaller area to write, but I don't care. It's pretty. So we're going to put this on the inside. Now you can do it on the middle or the end. I'm going to do it in the middle, and I'll show you why. Because I'm going to take that DSP.
What DSP?
Right there.
Oh.
Yep, I'm going to take the DSP, and again, this was cut at 3 by 4.5, and you can use any one of our circles from like our layers circles, but I have one of our old 1-inch punches, and I'm going to kind of look for the middle. And if this is 4.5, so it's going to be like 2 1/4, which will be kind of right in this area. I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to go halfway up and punch. You can run that through with a small die. You can run that through. I just used one of our old circle punches, and this is so pretty. This is going to be so that you can have your thumb to put in your little gift card, and I will be glad to take any gift cards that anyone wants to send me.
They have to have money on them.
Yeah, no used gift cards. You're funny. Okay, so then I'm going to take my stamp and seal. You can use tear and tape too. It just depends. You know, I don't think too many people are going to be brutal on pulling a gift card out. I doubt they're going to be putting it back in. But I like to do it on here, because if I go off the edge, it doesn't stick to the silicone mat. I can pull that up and I still get a nice fine edge there. And sometimes I see like that. And then it'll still have the sticky on the inside. So just a good tip. I always try to tell you guys my tips when I'm doing stuff.
You just flip it in?
Yep, I just flip it right back on there.
Okay,
So
awesome.
then when I come to my card, I'm going to place this right down here. Like that. And now I've got a little gift card holder with that. So we still have to decorate the front side. So here's our card. We've got the card area, and these would be cute for, I'm going to do birthday. I told you already that I had chose that happy birthday. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to take the Blackberry Bliss, which is one of the colors that went with the paper, and it tells on the back of the DSP what colors go with it. And I'm I'm inking up that birthday wishes, like so. In that color, and that will lighten as it dries, but it gives a nice dark image. I'll give that to you.
Yes, it would be cool for Christmas cards.
Oh yeah. It takes a little bit of time if you have to do a lot of them, but yeah, this would be great. So, and then I'm going to center this into my decorative circle punch. Holding it upside down, you can see the best. Now, I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons. The way that this punch, let me set this flat. The way this punch is set up, it's got kind of more of a squared edge when you punch it in, and that I think fits the best on this. With this sentiment is kind of that squared edge, so that's why I did it that way. That was the decorative label punch. So I'm going to bring back that piece that I pre-cut out. Now, you can pop this up if you want to. I like to send things a little on the flat side. So I'm not going to, because I will pop it up then on the disc. So you can see right where I'm going with this, right? Like this. Okay. Which will be cute, but we got a couple of things to do here. The next thing is, this is the glitter organdy ribbon. It is approximately 3/8 inch of width. Isn't this fun? Can you guys see this? It's got little glimmer and shimmer. It's just a little bit of color, but it matches beautifully with the yellow and the pink. And I'm going to come up around the top here. And then I'm going to tell you some origins about this card, and I'm going to show you the original card that I received from my mother, and I said, I've got to do this. So that's where it came from. She sent me a little I love you just for no reason whatsoever, just because she's my mom. Aren't I lucky?
Yep.
Madison, if you're watching, my mommy's better than yours.
I haven't seen Madison on.
She was on earlier. I don't know if she is now. I'll have to send her a card. Although I sent her a really nice, loving little text message today. So, just doing a little bit of that kind of shimmer and right there up at the top. And that was the glitter organdy ribbon. So, let's come back in here, and I know that you can do it off to the side, you can do it in the middle, you can do it up higher. The original one I chose was kind of about there. It wasn't quite middle, but we could go the opposite end if we wanted to. I'm going to go here, I think. So I just want to put some dimensionals. It goes down here, so I want one there and one here, one here. Super creative card. I love it. I love it when you guys send me cards and then I can case them and change them.
Well, speaking of which, there's some on the table out there for you.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
He must have got mail today. Okay. Well, someone sent me a card. Thank you, whoever you are. 2 people did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so now I've stamped up the sentiment. You guys know I like to do that. And then it just hooks right in here. So, what do we have in here? These are For Everything fancy sequins, and they are fancy. And I want to teach a trick. I talk about that. What's this? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm getting ready to talk about it.
Oh.
You want to wait or?
Okay.
Okay. So I talk about, for me, sequins are hard to put on. Now this comes in, unless they're the adhesive back sequins. But these are stinking pretty. So these are going to be for some shaker cards that I want to do. And I love that they're grouped and they've got silver, they've got little pearls in here. It's perfect for shaker cards. But it's also perfect to use on for embellishments on your cards. So let me set this aside and let me show you something that I do. So there, I'm going to show you a couple different ways of putting sequins on when they're not adhesive back. So I like to pull out a few into the lid until I get what I want, and I like a variety, and I want more of those kind. So, okay, this tool is amazing, right? Do you guys use this tool? Pick up your sequins, right? Okay, I struggle with this tool and sequins, so I'm going to show you the way that I was taught. Is, let's say we want to have one right here. So you put your little glue dot down, and then you take this and you stick it in your glue dot, and you go like this, and then it's stuck to my finger, and then it's stuck. I have a heck of a time, you guys. I don't know why when I go to push it down, it doesn't stay. So I'm not saying that's bad. Other people do that all the time, and that's great. My secret. I have been telling everybody, save your paper pumpkin. I never use the glue dots that come in paper pumpkin for what they're intended for. I use my glue dots. I have like a ton of these. So if someone needs a little pack, they kind of do last a while. But I have a ton of these, and I save them for this purpose. You ready? So let's peel off the paper pumpkin. I'm going to put it right over the same spot since I have a, glue there already. And then I pick that top off like so. There we go. And then I take my sequin.
Wow.
No problem. It works so easy. And so this is something that I find to work very well. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you really can. They're different than our mini glue dots. Let me put the mini glue dots here. So the size of the mini glue dot, and I hope you guys can see this, versus the size of these. They're a little bit smaller. You can use the mini glue dots, but then when you're using the smaller sequins, like the little gold ones in here, let's see if I can kind of snag one. Right there. So I love the pokey tool. That's probably my favorite part of this. So let's take this little gold one and let's put her right there. And I will take that off. Are they making any comments? Do they like the tip?
No, I think they're watching it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Yeah, there's the tip.
Yeah, are they liking it? It makes it so much easier.
Very cool.
At least for me. So I save these things like they're gold because they're a little. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, they're tiny. So your thumbnail's got to get underneath of there, and you gotta, it's sometimes easier when you pick it. But then you can come back in with your.
They're busy watching.
Like this. You see what I'm doing here? And now, because they're sequins and there's so many of them and they're abundant, let's go to town. So there's some iridescent ones here. So let's do some iridescent. Let me just put these down first. Let's do another one there. Let's do one here. I'm just going to kind of put these in. And then what I like to do is use that little pokey thing, picks it up, pokey pick. We could name a dog Pokey Pick.
We have one.
We have a Pokey Pick. He's right, we have one. Okay. Let's see, we'll do gold there and one there. And we got one over here. Let's do an iridescent one. So let me look here. I got two. We'll do an iridescent one for just that little shimmer there. And then I've got one here. And to me, when I'm putting down sequins, this just makes my life so much easier. So again, you guys pick what works for you. But then you can get a lot of sequins, and you don't have to. What color do I need there? Should I do iridescent there too? Do I have an iridescent in here? Yep, I do, right there. Whoops. Right there. Does iridescent work? There we go. Okay. So now you've got a bunch of little sequins that are stuck on, and they don't come off with the glue. I've always done it the other way. I got tired of having glue on my fingers. I think that this is a great little tip.
I'm not supposed to sneeze.
Don't sneeze. If you sneeze, you'll be, and then it's a way to, like, I hate waste. So it's a way that I can use these and feel good about using them up as I use them on my little sequins. And then I can have a bunch of them on there.
Love the card.
Isn't it just adorable? Okay, there's more. I'm not done yet. I know, I'm a talker. What can I say? I'm sorry, guys. I'm almost done. But I do want to show you, first of all, the card that I received is here. So I want you to see that. So there's this card. This is what literally, love you so much, Mom. Isn't it cute? And she used the DSP that you can get in the annual catalog, the Design a Daydream, I think is what it's called. So cute. And I thought, I've got to do this, and I have to figure out how to teach it. She wasn't able to quite teach me. So the only difference is of course I turned mine to the side. So here's one that when I was first trying, I did. And then on the inside I did that. And then of course I've got two of these so that we have
our drawing
for next week. So
they've been sharing it. So look out.
How you get into my drawing is you just share this video to your wall, and Facebook notifies me unless you have like really secure settings. But I go through and I read it, and I go look and see if I'm friends with you, if you've shared it to my wall, and then your name goes into a drawing and for next week. So last week Bill made this card, and I had to figure out which cards were going to be this week's drawing. And I chose this one because I think it's really pretty, and I really liked the stacking of...
I forgot I made that one.
And Bill made this card, and you guys were like, everyone was like, I want Bill's card, I want Bill's card. So we're going to do the drawing tonight. But if there are anything that you saw tonight that you need, this paper and that stamp set are only available for one more week with the purchase of a $100 item. So you're going to want to act on that pretty soon if you are thinking that you want to purchase any of these items. The rest of them are for sale for a while yet. Let me think. Yeah, all of them are until like June of May of next year, I think. Like the punch and the die cut and stuff, the trimmer. So you can purchase them just to go to my online store. If you're watching this later on, you on my YouTube channel, all you have to do is look in the description down below, right down here, and it will have a link to my store.
Over here. Over there.
Bill's doing this. So everybody who shared my video last week got into my ticket caddy, and thank you very much for those shares. So I'm going to shake this up.
Pretty heavy this week.
Yeah, there was some nice shares. I was pleased with that, so thank you guys. And Bill is going to draw two names for these cards. So who gets...
Oh, I got two cards right off the bat.
Oh, you did? Okay. Who gets your card?
Lori Brockman.
Lori Brockman. Yay, Lori.
And then Jamie Cowell or Cowell?
Cowell? Yeah, Jamie, I don't have your address, so you'll need to message me here on Piccadilly Stampin and get me your address. So Jamie Cowell and Lori Brockman. Yay. So you guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you think that my mother is sweet, because she really is. And I will talk to you guys Friday for Parfait, 4 p.m. Central Time. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.